let's get into this. Speaking of VTubers, let's take a look at how I must know about this. How the hell iDubbbz thinks he's going to get into VTubing. This I've gotta hear, because he's not the first cam streamer that has gotten the genius idea to try and jump from cam streaming into VTubing. Leave us not forget that Pokimane tried to do this. That Pokimane tried to go from cam streaming to VTubing, and that failed abysmally. I don't know if she got beaten beyond more than one stream before she said, okay, I'm not going to VTube. So this should be hilarious. So let's take a look.
I know, I just talked about Ian, and dunking on him can get a bit repetitive, but sometimes I can't help myself. It's like a drug at this point. But if Ian wants me and many others to stop making videos on him, then he just needs to stop being a dipshit. That said, what could I possibly be covering today about iDubbbz that Oh,
and before you guys can ask, no, I'm not going to cover Jack Doherty. I know that he got kicked out of the PGA because he tried to do he tried to do a prank of having someone yelling during the PGA. I know he got kicked out. I can't remember if they actually even tried to charge him or not. I don't care. He's a fucking idiot. Yeah, if he actually goes to jail, then I'll cover it. Same like Johnny Somali. I don't care until we get, okay, this is the moment that he's actually going into jail. Then I'll cover it. Yeah, they trespassed him. They got the police out there. He's been banned from all PGA tours, blah, blah, blah. Don't care. He's a jackass. Don't fucking care. He's a dying star that's desperately trying to cling on to his fame. That's it. Same thing with Johnny.
Hasn't been said already. How much lower could Ian possibly get? What, was Ian spewing another terrible political take again? Did he make fun of another immigrant for having culture shock? Or maybe Ian...
Yeah, how many of you guys know about this? How many of you guys know about this one? This was a classic. This gentleman here is from Iran. All right? This gentleman, they were watching this video. I can't remember I think it was 30 Day Fiancé. I think, I could be mistaken about the program. This gentleman is from Iran. He is an I don't know. Sorry, words are hard. Iranian expat, came to America. And in this scene, he was talking about how all the stuff that he's seeing is amazing. People dancing in the streets, the food you can get, women just basically wearing whatever they want, how you cannot do any of this in Iran, and was just marveling at the freedoms that people in America take for granted. And Ian and Anissa over here decided to basically say, no, that's not true. It's all free. They basically tried to act like a couple of fucking dumbass white people, you know, a couple of dumbass white saviors, one of them being Canadian, I think, because I believe Anissa's Canadian, acting like we know better about Iran, even though we have never in our lives been to Iran. We know Iran better than someone that actually came from Iran. That's the setup for this still frame right here. They tried to say that they know Iran better and that Iran is a beautiful and wonderful country. So they say they know their country better than someone that actually was born and raised there and fled from there. And obviously, they caught a bunch of shit for it because they wanted to be a bunch of dumbass white saviors and, you know, a couple of SJRs that, like all SJRs, think they know everything and have a massive superiority complex. Yeah, they basically proved their dumbassery once again. So that was the setup for this still image here.
Or maybe Ian is now a VTuber with the model of a cartoon dragon, advertising an allegation that Ethan Klein molests his children.
Okay, Diesel, come on. That's too far even for me. You can't just make jokes that out of pocket.
I read this last night and I said, this seems like something someone might want to address. What in the...
Ethan is likely a pedophile. Hey, we have a fucking twofer, chat. We have a twofer. Not only do we have iDubbbz saying, oh yeah, this has got to be true. Look who said it. Look who did the post. Destiny said this. Bearing in mind, he's already got civil cases against 3 other streamers, 2 of which have capitulated. Actually, no, sorry. 1 capitulated, 1 is on the verge of capitulating. He's already got a big slander, a big copyright infringement case. You don't think that he is not going to look at instituting a slander case for Destiny, saying that he is a pedophile who has molested his own children? Like, Destiny...
You are made of stupid.
How fucking dumb can you be? See, and I hope Ethan does sue the fuck out of him. Yes, if it's in print, it's liable, and then because he spoke it, Ian can get it for slander. But I hope he sues the fuck out of Destiny. Oh, yeah, I have no idea if he is or not. I wouldn't surprise me. But Ethan absolutely should sue the ever-living fuck out of Destiny for this one. He absolutely should. Because people like Destiny and everyone that follows him, people like Destiny, people like Hassan, people like Ian, and all of their orbiters will not stop saying sick, evil, disgusting shit like this until they actually get hit in the wallet. And I hope to God Ethan says, cool, picks up his phone, calls his lawyer and say, hey, I got another case for you. Because Destiny's pockets are a hell of a lot deeper than Denim's, Frogan, and Caseytron's pockets. I hope Ethan, I hope Ethan sues the ever-living fuck out of Destiny. And let's hear what dumbass Ian has to say to see how much he could sue him for.
I said, this seems like something someone might want to address. What in the world is that?
I don't even know what to say at this point. And I know I keep saying this, but how
Holy
the fuck
fuck.
does iDubbbz just keep getting worse? It seems that Ian has now embraced a new persona identity using a shittily rendered cartoon dragon and talks like he's living.
Like, yeah, shittily render. The wing is cut off. Like, I don't know what software you're using for this, Ian, but for fuck's sake, shrink your model or make the... Either shrink your model or increase the window size in your OBS. You're cutting off the fucking wing. Unless your model is so fucking cheap that it doesn't even have half the fucking wing. This looks like shit. This looks like absolute shit. You think it's I don't give a fuck if it's a face rig. He's cut off the wing. You can adjust that by, even if it's a face rig, you can either adjust the rig or you can adjust the window in OBS to fully encompass the wing, and then you can and then you can like adjust it as needed to, and so the wing is there. This looks like shit cutting the wing off like this. It looks like absolute dog shit.
In the Middle Ages.
They bring up her husband's military service, calling him a war criminal. Pot calling the kettle black?
Oh my... I did not realize he was going to get Doug in there. I gotta rewind it. That is the perfect Doug Walker clip right there. Oh, I gotta move those.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Never underestimate or question how stupid someone is or can be. They'll take it as a challenge.
Yeah. And don't forget, Ian's also desperate. Ian is desperate at this point. Don't forget, Caleb pulled some records and was able to figure out that Ian is trying to sell his home, that they've moved to Canada, and they're living with Anissa's parents. They're living in like Anissa's parents' basement. He's desperate for relevancy and he's desperate for money because they're broke. They are broke. And this is just another desperate attempt. Like, Ian, enough. Stop it. You and Anissa, get off the internet. Go put the fries in the bag. you're not going to be successful. Your flame has gone out. You may have had some popularity 10 years ago. That time is gone. Go put the fries in the back. That's all that's all you're really capable of right now.
Is it more entertaining than watching human Ian? Admittedly, yeah. However, the trade-off is watching something that's incredibly unbearable and massively pathetic.
God.
Apparently, Ethan Klein put up some sort of pedophile-related billboard, presumably
Yes, he
because
did.
everyone hates him, and he...
Wait, because what?
Presumably because everyone hates him, and he
No, they
wants
hate the pedophile.
attention.
No, he put up a billboard calling out James Charles as a pedophile because I don't know too much about James Charles personally. I guess apparently he is at least an accused PDF. I don't know if there are any actual charges. I don't know if there's any evidence to substantiate. But yes, Ethan put up a billboard about calling out James Charles for going after children. Yes, he did. He's a gay glamour mom. Okay, fine. Don't care. That part is completely immaterial. Compared to the fact that he may be diddling kids, I give a fuck that he's a gay glamour model. That makes no difference to me. So yeah, he put up the billboard. I did hear that someone defaced the... And apparently, Ethan's doubling down on it. Because he put up the billboard, he paid for the billboard to be there for 1 month. Somebody went up there and defaced the billboard, so now he's doubling down on it. He's having the billboard repaired, and he's now paid for it to be up for an entire year. He's double, triple, quadruple down, and so now that billboard calling out James Charles for being a kitty diddler is going to be on display for, I think, a year now. He has a year contract to have that billboard in place.
His mind is not very sharp. Oh, someone's feelings were hurt. You're an arrogant asshole who's...
Pot the fucking kettle. Who's the one that's consistently butthurt about the fact that you're called out as the cuck boy that you are? Maybe you should have your dragon avatar sitting in a cuck chair while your wife fucks a big black guy for her OnlyFans. 'Cause that would be a little bit more accurate, at least.
who's constantly harassing people. Maybe people don't want to be associated with an arrogant asshole.
Okay, so Retardgarian isn't the only new character on the iDubbbz stream show. Anissa has also embraced a new identity. Because Ian is a dragon, Anissa will have to pick something that relates to the creature. Out of all of the fantasy characters Anissa could have selected, she has decided to go with Imp. You know what? That one is actually very fitting. While Anissa never appears on screen, thank God, we do get to enjoy this individual's angelic voice to immerse ourselves into this new fantasy world.
The imp has something to say.
Oh.
The imp would like to say that the person who is asking the question about Destiny and whether or not we're now using him as a valid source, I know what you smell and look like, and your mother hates you.
What? What the fuck?
I don't have words. I do not have words. They have lost their fucking minds. No, Riga, do not insult bar wenches like that. No, she does not sound like a bar wench. She sounds like an old fucking hag. Okay, I hate to do this to you, but listen to her voice again. She literally sounds like an old fucking crone. She doesn't sound like an imp. She literally sounds like a warted up old crone.
Destiny and whether or not we're now using him as a valid source, I know what you smell and look like, and your mother hates you.
That's not a bar wench. That's not even an imp. Like, you want a bar wench? Hold up.
Now, if you want a bar wench, I can give you a bar wench, my lord. I would happily give you a bar wench. You see, this is a bar wench that keeps the lads coming back for more tankards of ale. This is the voice of a bar wench, don't you know? Showing off the bosoms and saying, "Oh, would you like another? Would you like another one, my lord? Would you like an ale? Would you like some mutton, or me?" This is a bar wench.
Anissa, on the other hand, literally sounded like the evil queen when she went into her literal hag mode, and from her voice, it sounds like she has warts everywhere.
Die, but in a video game, of course.
Ah, yes. Now
Oh.
that is
Oh my god, did Anissa really pull an in Minecraft? You know that defense doesn't work anymore, right? I want you to die in Minecraft. That defense doesn't work anymore. Any lawyer worth their salt is going to be able to say, Your Honor, there is a very well-established online precedent that saying in Minecraft literally does not mean in Minecraft, and that they are actually wishing harm upon my client. It doesn't work anymore because people used it to death, and it now means nothing other than it doesn't mean anything, and you actually mean that you want to kill someone or that you want someone to die.
is a voice I could tolerate from a stream that can last for hours.
The imp would like 34% of your gold.
Now, cringy VTuber models and voices aside, the real issue with this stream is obviously Ian highlighting a very damaging allegation that Ethan is a pedo and his children are not safe around him. And now Ian doesn't say he believes these allegations are true, and he tries to cover his scaly ass by saying that these accusations are fucked up, but it doesn't really come across as his
Okay. Saying the accusations are fucked up means nothing if you don't add on to that, these allegations are fucked up and I don't believe them. Unless you add that I don't believe them or I think that they are false, simply just saying these allegations are fucked up doesn't do anything. It means that the allegations are fucked up and you believe them. And you are endorsing them.
him saying it in a way like, I don't believe it, or I denounce what's being alleged here. He just finds an allegation against Ethan
Exactly.
Klein and claims he better respond.
My watermark for the stream. I don't want any of my content being stolen.
Again, Complainants Exhibit A. Like, Ian is literally just feeding Ethan evidence. I would not be at all surprised if Ethan has already been in contact with his lawyer to facilitate filing claims of slander and or libel against Destiny and Ian. It would not surprise me if he's already reached out to them going, these people are accusing me of pedophilia and of attacking my own children. Let's get them. That I would not be surprised if he's already made the phone call and sometime in the near future we hear about them getting served with papers. And I hope he does. I hope Ian sues both of them, all three of them. Destiny, Ian, and Anissa. I hope he sues all of them into fucking oblivion. Because that is the only way you are going to stop people from making absolutely baseless claims about other people being pedophiles. It is too fucking easy. Because bearing in mind, these kinds of accusations will literally destroy lives. Okay? Regardless if they are factually true or not, regardless if there's evidence or not, accusations like this against another person will literally destroy their lives, sometimes in a horrific way. There are people that have literally taken their own lives because they were accused of being a pedophile. It was not true. They got harassed unmercilessly from every conceivable angle and were driven to suicide. Because someone made a completely baseless accusation against them that they went after children. This is not going to stop until these people get taken to court and get taken for everything. They need to be taken for everything that they have. They need to lose everything. That is the only way this is going to stop. If Ethan sues Destiny, Ian, and Anissa, takes them for everything, for saying such slanderous and libelous, lies, that will set the precedent, and it will send a message. You want to keep calling someone a pedophile? You want to keep saying that someone molests children with no evidence to support it whatsoever? This is what you can expect. There needs to be a legal precedent set that you cannot just run around on the internet calling someone a child diddler willy-nilly with no proof. Because this is the kind of thing that will destroy lives and destroy careers. You hit them where it hurts, it will stop. Ethan already said he and Helia feel are outcasted, and the thoughts of quitting everything has crossed their minds. Yeah, I imagine so, because they get absolutely dogpiled by freak shows like Ian and Anissa and Destiny. They get absolutely dogpiled. There are so many fucking slanderous lies. It'll stop when their bank account goes dry. This is what I'm saying. People like this do not stop unless you hit them in the wallet. Even jail time will not stop them. You know what stops them? If you take their money. That is the only time people like this pay attention to anything. They will not pay attention to anything else until you hit them in the wallet. That's the only thing that they understand.
But I'm putting it on screen because I think it should be addressed, because it's a big, bold accusation that's very fucked up. Enlargis says, so Destiny is a reliable source of info now, or is it only people we don't like? We? Who's we? You? I don't know who you are. Also, I will say that I think Ethan Klein is terrified of this guy. So it's just kind of like legit. It is to me. It's super funny that
big X to fucking doubt that Ethan is terrified of Destiny. Big fucking X to doubt. Destiny is on a downward spiral. Okay, Destiny is fucking insane. Let's just make that a nice and sparkling clear. Destiny is fucking batshit crazy. He is on a downward spiral. Ethan is not scared of him by any stretch of the imagination. Mm-hmm.
He has so much smoke for everyone that he thinks he can bully, but the person that he's fucking terrified, he just keeps very overtly running from.
See, guys, this allegation right here, it's pretty bad. Ethan Klein touching his kids, that's fucked up, not funny, not cool, just completely messed up. Anyways, let's go ahead and make it the stream watermark.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Destiny is unhinged, and I've never heard this accusation before, and Ian
Yeah, he is. Queechable, thank you for the gifted, by the way. But, I mean, you wanna know how unhinged Destiny is? Destiny got his own child to become a Nazi. That is how fucked up Destiny is. He's so insane and so unhinged. His own child became a literal card-carrying Nazi. That is how absolutely fucked that family is. Like, he literally has... Destiny's kid has literally made the statement, I am a Nazi. And, like, in the traditional way. This happened sometime... This happened a while ago. He was in, like, an interview. He did, like, a podcast or something. And he said on the podcast, I am a Nazi. Card-carrying Nazi. Master race, the whole 9 yards. Yeah. That's Destiny's kid. That's how much Destiny fucked up his own child. Destiny turned his own child into a Nazi. Either before or after he sucked off Nick Fuentes. I can't remember which. I can't remember if he gave Nick Fuentes a blowjob on screen before or after his kid got turned into a Nazi. So I'm not 100% sure of the timeline. I don't know what Destiny thinks of his own. Oh, he's an extreme leftist. Destiny is an extremist. He is basically like Hassan levels of extreme. No, not a neo. Like, he is literally like he is not like a neo-Nazi. He is like a traditional. Destiny's son is like a traditional Nazi, Hitler, the whole, Third Reich, the whole 9 yards. That's his kid. Oh yeah. It's fucked. The whole family is fucked.
Fails to prove why it could be credible or why it's worth displaying or getting this accusation out to the public, yet he decides to parade it around, which kind of implies like it's pretty damning and there's evidence to back it up, or else why would you show it? Is this okay behavior to you? Is this empathy? Using unverified career-ruining accusations as your stream's watermark for everyone to see because you don't like the guy? People could join midstream not knowing the context and think, oh, I didn't know Ethan Klein was a kid diddler.
Yep.
Man, somebody should call CPS again.
Plaintiff's Exhibit B. If Ethan was smart, he would take his video of what he just said about how someone could join in the middle of iDubbbz's stream, not have a fucking clue what's going on, see that quote-unquote watermark and go, oh, Ethan's a child diddler. I didn't know that. And then that gets spread on to other people. Hey, did you know Ethan's a child diddler? Hey, did you know Ethan's child diddler? That keeps getting spread. People will start coming after Ethan. They might go after his sponsors. Yeah. Another wonderful piece of evidence to submit to the judge in a slander case or a libel case.
Think, oh, I didn't know Ethan Klein was a kid diddler. Man, somebody should call CPS again. To take a page out of Ian's book, I've decided that just in case no one steals my shitty video that less than 200 people watch, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this here. Now, just to verify again, this is appalling, don't agree. With all that said, let us continue.
The imp would like to comment on the allegations.
Okay, go ahead, imp.
The imp also heard somewhere that a court mandated that iDubbbz is prohibited from being less than 30 feet around schools.
Oh, well thank you, imp. I will update the watermark. It's just funny too because it's obvious he wants this allegation to spread and it couldn't come from a more biased source. Before we continue on, I just want to mention Ian now has a viewer discretion warning on his streams, so I'm assuming we're getting pretty close to the iDubbbz OnlyFans arc. Be very afraid. These two spend the—
Well, Anissa's already there. iDubbbz won't have an OnlyFans arc because no one paid for it. Anissa's already got one and no one's paid for it. So, people will pay more to watch... people, ironically enough, would pay more to watch Anissa cuck the fuck out of Ethan live on stream, which she does on a daily basis. She's flat out told Ian, you are not a man. We've watched the video of that where she literally said on one of their streams or one of their podcasts, literally told iDubbbz he's not a man. She's never going to have children with him because he's not a man. She's flat out told him that. Why is he with her? Because she can use him. Because bear in mind, Anissa, when Ian married Anissa, he was a virgin. Anissa was the first woman he ever slept with. So basically, he is now, for the rest of his life, attached to that thing between her legs. That's what. He's never, because he knows that, and probably he knows that Anissa is the best he can do. That's probably another factor. He knows that if he leaves Anissa, he's never going to be able to get with anybody else. She's it. She's the only thing that he's ever going to get. Because he's a little cuck boy, and no woman is going to want to actually be with a legit cuck boy. Even in a fetish context, they'll look at him and go, ew, no. Go away.
The rest of the stream shit-talking everyone on the H3 podcast while continuing to keep this unhinged comment on the screen for everyone to see.
The imp knows that AB has a chin implant as well. The imp would like to say that Dan is by far the worst of all of the staff. The imp always remembers and will haunt your nightmares for the rest of eternity.
Wait, can I just... Let me just make this out as well. Nothing on this screen makes sense. Absolutely nothing on this stream makes any sense. You have iDubbbz with a shitty dragon rig. You've got Anissa off camera, doing her quote-unquote imp thing. With the background being a shitty-looking apartment, like an absolute dogshit rat motel apartment with Alex Jones on the TV screen and Goodfellas and Fight Club posters off, with the Denny's patrons. By the way, how fucking tacky is this? Denny's patrons. None of this makes sense. Absolutely none of this makes sense. Yeah, and the pile of monster cans here in the corner. And probably a stack of porn mags right here, along with dirty ass shit. Like, none of this makes sense. Absolutely none of it. This is so fucking stupid.
Dan, you are a disappointment to your family lineage.
You don't understand.
Denny's like the restaurant.
We won't get views if we don't harass people.
Yeah, how dare you bring harassment onto others, not like us presenting a life-ruining allegation towards a crowd of viewers that hate you. Oops.
Yep.
You and Anissa are literally doing the same shit Ethan does to you. You both say horrendous shit about each other. The only difference is your audience is much smaller, and that's nobody's fault but your own.
Maybe it's worth it, bitch. Maybe don't get views. Maybe that trade is not worth it.
I'm sure Ethan would rather be in the sorry state you two are in. Instead of making a shitload of money, he can sit in his swampy basement while playing furry with his OnlyFans wife. He's sure missing out.
Okay, I need to offer correction. While playing furry with his OnlyFans wife, who is cucking him for Tyrone and his 3 friends next door in the bedroom. That needs to be made clear. He's getting, his OnlyFans wife is cucking him with Tyrone and his 3 big friends in the next room.
Oh, 25 gifted!
The imp is doing a little dance that you can't see.
Dance imp, dance. The imp is dancing. Ooh!
Oh, for God's sake.
Why was I able to smell that?
The imp would just like to say that we are blessed with mental health that is so strong, and we are genuinely very happy, and that is why we can joke and laugh with you all.
So that was a fucking lie.
Bitch, you two are the exact opposite of the pinnacle of mental health. You are the poster child of poor mental health. Okay? And anyone who tells you otherwise is lying out their ass. Or fucking with you because they want to see you dance like the puppets you are.
And give you all a break from this shit online. And I'm so glad that we can share that with all of you, and we love you very much.
bitch.
Yeah, well, I think the imp is delusional and inhaling the most potent copium that exists today. Look at yourselves. You are not happy. Happy people don't spread around false pedophile allegations while disguised as a fruity cartoon
Thank you,
dragon. This is
Warthog.
wrong. You people need help. Go away. Go offline now. This is the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in my 8 years of making videos. This is a pathetic display of existing. Quit now.
Holy that was the level of stupidity of that was special. That was a special level of retardation that we were just witness to, chat. I just hope you don't have nightmares tonight when you go to sleep. I will do my best to give you sweet, sweet dreams instead.